If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also, go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new songs in the description. The video you're about to watch is part of a bigger documentary that is dropping on AmChan's channel. Go check him out on October 5th. So depending on when you're watching this, it might already be out. It's a collaborative effort of a bunch of different hip-hop YouTubers, and this is only the part about Denzel Curry. So I recommend you go check out the documentary when it fully releases. But let's enjoy this video for now. You all probably recognize that song. That is Ultimate by Denzel Curry, one of the most influential songs of the 2010s, and the song that catapulted him into the mainstream as somewhat of a meme rapper. But he's so much more than that, and today we're gonna break down why Denzel Curry was so important for the SoundCloud era and why there's so much more to him than just being a meme rapper. So let's jump straight into this. Denzel Curry is a rapper from Carroll City, Miami, Florida. He started on SoundCloud releasing his music and then also went on to get more accolades like the 2016 XXL freshman class cypher that y'all probably know was very legendary, and Denzel was one of the main figures in that cypher that really stood out. He is so important for the SoundCloud era of hip-hop that Patrick CC, in a great documentary about SoundCloud rap, you should definitely check it out after this video, even called him the definition of a SoundCloud rapper, and we will get into why right now. Denzel Curry is very different from a lot of SoundCloud rappers that also started emerging during the same era as him, because to him, his message and legacy comes first. He expressed this on numerous occasions, and that is quite different from the sometimes more mindless and mind-numbing, just having fun attitude that a lot of the SoundCloud rappers were having during this time from 2016 to 2019. His main focus is his art and his craft, and that is also why he was one of the first people in the earlier 2010s to get some more success on SoundCloud. His first mixtape, King Remembered Underground Tapes 1991 to 1995, were very raw. They were underproduced, which means that the talent was there, the vocals were there, the bars were there, but the production was just lacking, something that is very, very distinctive of the SoundCloud sound during this time. This tape also got him the recognition of Space Ghost Perp, who at the time was the leader of the Raider Clan, and this led to Denzel Curry then joining the Raider Clan, and for the first time gathering some mainstream traction and attention by being part of this bigger collective that was obviously also associated with the ASAP Mob, for example, in the early 2010s. Under Raider Clan, he dropped 2 more mixtapes, one of them Strictly for My Raiders, and the other one King of the Mischievous South Volume 1 Underground Tape 1996. Very long name, I know, but that's what it was called. These projects had the same problems, or maybe the same markers that also his first one had. They were very raw, they were underproduced, but you could definitely tell that this young dude really had some talent. During this time, also the Odd Future crew, among others Earl Sweatshirt, gave him some praises, and this led to him gaining even more appreciation in the inner circles of hip-hop that, for example, also included Odd Future coming out at the same time with that very internet-style sound during that time. Shortly after he left Raider Clan due to some problems he had with Space Ghost Perp, basically the whole Raider Clan dispersed because of some problems that they had with Space Ghost Perp's bipolar tendencies. There are a lot of accounts of this. It really led to a lot of problems with the clan. It also led to a fallout with the ASAP Mob, and in the same turn of this, Denzel Curry also left the Raider Clan, but partly also because he realized that he would be better off on his own, and he started working on his first studio album, Nostalgic 24, and this is very important for him. Nostalgic 24 was Denzel for the first time focusing, sitting down, trying to create an entire cohesive project rather than those underproduced, just more raw SoundCloud tapes that he had coming out before that. So a very big milestone for his career. In 2014 then, his career took a more tragic turn when his brother Treon Johnson got killed during an incident with the police. During the same time, Denzel was performing at South by Southwest, but his whole performance Returns was overshadowed for him by his brother's death, and his career kind of took a slower turn around this time. It was also during this time that Denzel then started working on his next EP, which was to be called 32 Zell and Planet Shrooms, a double-sided EP with the first side, the 32 Zell side, being the more aggressive version of himself that he's displayed on a couple of his records, and the Planet Shrooms version of it being the more psychedelic and what we now call cloud rap in retrospect. This EP is very essential because 32 Zell features Ultimate, the song that I played a snippet for y'all at the beginning of the video. Ultimate really took off. Ultimate took the internet by storm. It has memes all over the y'all seen those. I know y'all seen those. The I am the yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know the song and y'all know that this went huge. But this also led to Denzel being called a meme rapper, and it was now up to him to prove that he was more than just that, because around this time, 2015, he was really just being stamped off like that. Planet Shrooms also featured classics and fan favorites like Ice Age, for example, which is an amazing track that perfectly encapsulates the Denzel Curry cloud rap that was, floating around at this time. He then went on to release his second studio album, Ultimate, in 2016. It is an amazing project. I re-listen to this very regularly. From top to bottom, it is completely great. I believe my favorite track is This Life or Zenith. Those are my two favorites on there, but I get if you like ULT, that is also a pretty dope track. But this project went very unnoticed. People were still seeing him as a meme rapper, even with this very serious project being out there for people to recognize his talent. And that is also around the time when people started calling Denzel underrated because of the exact thing that I just mentioned. He had a great album out that fans loved, but people still saw him as the ultimate meme rapper. Denzel played an even more important role in developing SoundCloud rap when he, for example, moved in with XXXTentacion and made it his own task to keep the young guy out of trouble, and by doing this helped launch and propel his career as well. So we gotta attribute a lot of X's success to Denzel trying to get this young man to focus. So Denzel really played a huge role in developing SoundCloud rap to the forms that we now know it as, with the XXXTentacions, with the Juice WRLDs. They were able to then grow from those seeds that these earlier artists laid out. And in many ways, Denzel is one of those earlier artists that got onto SoundCloud even before 2016 that then also laid the seeds for these later artists to grow, but is still someone that is relevant and mainstream today. One of the only people that was able to do this successfully and turn his career into more than just an internet hype. Of course, in 2018, then X got killed, and this led to even more trauma in his life. And I can only imagine that around this time it was a really rough patch in his life and in his career as well. This then also led to the creation, and in the process of it, to his next big album, which is Taboo. But before that, he dropped an EP in 2017 called 13, which is also the letter B in the then later on album named Taboo. And 13 is likely the most SoundCloud sounding project that Denzel has ever dropped. It is very raw. It features features from Ronnie J, and it's just all in all a perfect encapsulation of what really made Denzel stand out as this SoundCloud rapper. The year later, Taboo released. Taboo really made him more than just a SoundCloud rapper. Taboo was conceptual. It was very artistic, creative in a lot of ways. It was timeless, and it really broke him out of that reputation as a SoundCloud rapper. He has only gone on to do so further with the following albums: Zoo, Unlocked, and then also Melt My Eyes, See Your Future, which was his latest effort of 2022. But Taboo was really the breaking point. Taboo was the moment when Denzel transitioned from a SoundCloud rapper to a serious mainstream artist. And this was really the moment it all changed for him. We can go all the way back to his roots. We can go back to his roots with the Raider Clan. We can go back to Ultimate being the meme that it was and as big as it was, and that was truly the song that made him break out. He had a couple of songs before that, Threats for example, but Ultimate was the big song that really broke him out. And Denzel is someone who was very invested in the platform SoundCloud and who helped elevate other artists on this platform as well, as we saw with X for example, but also other people living with him. 12 for example, Ronnie J that we just just mentioned. He really helped all of those people propel their careers to yet another level. And that is why Denzel is so essential and so important to SoundCloud and to hip-hop as we know it today and as it has evolved into today. Denzel still has a very long way ahead of him. He has broken out of the chains of being just a SoundCloud rapper. He has broken out of the chains of being a meme rapper, and he has shown time and time again that he is someone that is to be taken seriously. I think he'll go on to create amazing projects more than music. We've seen him dab into a lot of visuals as well with this new album, and I believe that he's one of the most creative and best artists in hip-hop today. And this all evolved from his origins in the 2013 to 2018, I would say around this time, SoundCloud age that he was really prospering in. We all have to appreciate Denzel Curry for making SoundCloud as important and as influential as it has become today. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and you'll take care.